What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Friday, January 29th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, let's take a look at the point guard position. I like Kyrie Irving from the Brooklyn Nets playing the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have the 4th worst defense overall, and they give up the 8th most fantasy points to opposing point guards. Kyrie Irving has averaged 45.6 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 36 minutes per game with a 30% usage rate. He scored 45, 33, and 47 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 41, 39, and 36 minutes. He's projected at 47.8 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.2 times value. He's $9,200 FanDuel salary and $500 less on DraftKings. So I love that DraftKings price. Vegas thinks this is going to be a high-scoring game. 230.5 points scored in this game. It's a good matchup. He's got excellent players around him to rack up those assists. So I like Kyrie Irving here versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. I like DeMar DeRozan from the San Antonio Spurs playing the Denver Nuggets, who have a good defense overall, and they give up the 9th most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. DeMar DeRozan has averaged 39.5 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 34 minutes per game with a 24% usage rate. He scored 35, 26, and 47 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 34, 27, and 40 minutes. He's projected at 38.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5 times value. He's $7,700 FanDuel salary, and he's $900 less on DraftKings. So I love that DraftKings price. Vegas thinks there's going to be 224 points scored in this game, so I like DeMar DeRozan here versus the Denver Nuggets. Real quick guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, let's take a look at the small forward position. I'm going to give you a value play here. I like Danny Green from the Philadelphia 76ers playing the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have the 2nd worst defense overall, and they give up the 10th most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. Danny Green has averaged 21.7 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 28 minutes per game with a 15% usage rate. He scored 32, 10, and 17 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 36, 22, and 31 minutes. He's projected at 21.7 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.4 times value. He's $4,000 FanDuel salary and $300 more on DraftKings. So he's got a good matchup here. He's got a low floor, but a high ceiling. And even if he just gets his average fantasy points per game, he's going to get you 5 times value or more. So I like Danny Green here versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. I'm going to give you another value play here. I like Burch from the Orlando Magic playing the LA Clippers, who have a good defense overall, and they're middle-of-the-pack defending opposing power forwards. Burch has averaged 20.4 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 22 minutes per game with a 13% usage rate. He scored 30, 24, and 20 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 25, 25, and 19 minutes. He's projected at 21.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5 times value. He's 4,300 FanDuel salary and 300 less on DraftKings. So I like Burch here versus the LA Clippers. Okay, moving on to the center position. I like Steven Adams from the New Orleans Pelicans playing the Milwaukee Bucks, who have a good defense overall, and they've been good versus opposing centers, but Steven Adams has averaged 27.7 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 30 minutes per game with a 14% usage rate. He scored 34, 9, and 33 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 32, 23, and 30 minutes. He's projected at 26.8 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.4 times value. He's 5,000 FanDuel salary and 600 more on DraftKings. Vegas thinks there's going to be 228.5 points scored in this game, so I like Steven Adams here versus the Milwaukee Bucks.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.